Well, welcome to the Granite Curling Club for playoff games. We're going to be featuring Sheet C today. We've got Team Ontario playing Team Northern Ontario, a provincial matchup. The teams are just being introduced on the ice right now. And we're just about ready to start. My name is Warren. I'm here with Ray Fillion, who is a former Canadian senior champion, very knowledgeable about the game, and I'm Warren, just a washed-up club curler. We're just trying to get the audio sorted out here. The game is underway. Northern Ontario through the first zone. Back edge of the forefoot. As this game gets underway, I'll introduce the players on the teams. From Northern Ontario, we've got a team from the North Bay Granite Club in North Bay, Ontario. The skip is Mackenzie Daly. The third vice skip is Joanne Forget. Second is, I just got a nod from Joanne's mother. Apparently I pronounced it correctly. And second is Jamie Bowman. The lead is Taylor Patterson. And coach Bobby Ray, who you can't see, he's behind the glass. And from Team Ontario, from the Rideau Curling Club in Ottawa, Ontario, we've got skip Lindsay Thorne. Third vice skip is Melissa Gannon. Second is Emily Kelly. And the lead is Michelle Zahab. While I was talking, there's a few rocks have been played here. What's going on here, Ray? Are they pretty open so far?
It's pretty open. They attempted to start in the house rather than build up a front. The ice is probably faster than these teams are used to. I noticed that in practice, the split times were well over 16 seconds hog to hog, so a lot of people are not used to that kind of speed. So I think it'll lead to being cautious to start with.
Apparently the ice has been very consistent all week. It's been running at that kind of speed, so by now these curlers should be pretty familiar with it. But as Ray says, it's 16 plus is very, very fast. And we're getting an awful lot of curl this week as well.
Towards the center, the curl is at least 6 feet.
pretty wide open end here so far, Ray. I think both teams are going to approach this fairly cautiously to start.
Yeah, there was a half miss early on that now leads to Ontario having two in the house.
Ontario's playing a hit here to be flying 2. Well, she made that, flopped over a little bit toward the other one. Looks like a double opportunity here.
The hit by Northern Ontario rolled a little too far and is not shot rock, so Ontario is attempting to draw to lay 2. Ontario is now trying to hit and stick on the 12-foot. And she's successful at removing the yellow stone. Now sits 1. Northern Ontario attempting to hit and stick, and they get a little wide and hit and roll out. So Ontario will now try to draw one out on the wing, probably 12 foot.
See if you can get a time on this one, Ray. We'll see if it's still running that quick 16.
Okay. So the draw is a little heavy, but it does stick at the back of the house.
I got a time of 15.2 on that, Ray, so it's that's why it's at the back of the house. I think the 16 would have been pretty good.
Yeah, it has to be 16 to 16 and a half. So with sweeping, 16 and a half can definitely be taken into the house.
What do you think, Ray? We're going to get some curl coming from the outside in here?
They curl 5 to 6 feet on the draw, so if you don't throw really big weight, it'll definitely finish.
Oh, it's kind of hanging out there, it looks like.
This one seems to be staying out there, and it'll just clear the house.
Just enough.
That last shot was a little up there in speed, and I think it'll be very difficult to control unless you bring your weight down a little bit.
But they got enough, Ray, so it's an easy blank here for Ontario.
So first end is blank, and Ontario retains the hammer.
So in between ends here, we've got a great crowd here today. There's a lot of people in the bleachers with their, you can't see it, of course, on our stream, but they've got signs up for PEI and Nova Scotia. A lot of fans came here from the East Coast, spent the whole week with us. It's been a lot of fun. Every evening we've had social events here at the Granite. So tonight we've got some entertainment. We've got a great band playing. So everybody is welcome to come down to the Granite. You can enjoy some fine curling and also the music. We've got the Two Boys on tonight, a very popular Winnipeg musical group. They play a lot of dance music, 50s, 60s, 70s music.
We were glad to accommodate them with some as good a weather as you can get here in late November. Today, I know that when I left home this afternoon, it was +8, so it beats what -8 by a lot.
Yeah, that's and we have absolutely no snow, beautiful sunny weather. We put that on special for the whole out-of-town visitors this week. So the second end's underway. Oh, make it a little more action this end, Ray. We've got
They've
center
got some
guard to
guards
start.
up finally. So Ontario trying to get around to curl enough to be behind the longish Northern Ontario guard.
A lot of late movement there, Ray. That came right in behind.
She's got about 6 feet of room here, so let's see how that works out. He looks a little fast right now.
That's going to go right through.
It doesn't take much for it to go right through the house.
Again, with 16-second ice spray, you don't have to add much to get it through.
And, you know, the other thing is, you know, what's your home club like? Is it similar to this? It's not likely to be this fast, so it's a big adjustment for the curlers to come here and have to pick up on this constant speed. It's much harder to judge.
This one's a little wider. It's going to be open. Still a pretty nice shot. They're staggered there.
Ontario sits 2, so Northern Ontario will try to sit on top of them.
Yeah, the game is on, Ray. It's going to be a little
Get some rocks in play.
Exactly. Uh-oh, looks like it's hanging out a little bit.
Yeah, hanging out. Once you get the speed up a little bit, even this one is not much more than a hack. It's still wind react. You know, you got to cut down the ice quite a bit. Ontario will try to put one of the top 4.
Might slide a little far.
It's a little wide, a little fast.
Oh, there's a pocket now for Ontario.
Coming in there, looks like it'll be just about frozen to the shot rock. Good shot, just
Still
rolled
pretty
off
nice
a little
shot.
bit.
It's going to be difficult to remove.
If they come across that yellow one and roll in it a little bit, they'll have a real good end set up for a steal.
Rock's on its way here. Trying to get it to
It's not curling as much as they wanted.
Oh, they squeezed it out. Wow. Very nice. Well, what do you think, Ray? A double opportunity here?
I think it's just a straight hit and roll into the button in between the 2 greens.
Yeah, that would do it. If
And
they
it
could
would be-
squeeze that yellow in between those 2 greens, they'd be in great shape.
They would definitely have the end set up for them now. It could be a real turnaround.
Rock's got to move a little bit here.
Yeah. Nose hit at best.
Nope, they didn't get the roll they wanted, but
Again, just getting used to this ice. I think they're over icing their hits 2 or 3 inches, and don't have the opportunity to use the sweeping to try and hold it straight. Notice that in this case here, Ontario has cut down the ice a lot. Starting to curl now. Should get a little.
actually it's looking pretty
action.
good.
Good shot.
Although it could be a double here. No triple, but they could get those top 2 rocks out of there, even with a nose hit.
Yeah, with nose hit and just, hit and stay.
I'm not sure you can quite see it all past that guard. It might be pretty wide open. I shouldn't say wide open, but it is open.
Quiet weight would be needed here. Looks good.
Yeah, look.
Hits and rolls away.
Well, got rid of a couple that improves things a bit, although Ontario still has a good chance here. If they can put one on the top
Again-
4 behind
Again,
that guard.
I think that they're using more weight than they need. You think that you need weight to make a double takeout, but when the ice is this lively, you don't need much weight. The rocks will move so much more. So if you had somewhat lighter weight using on your hits, then the sweepers can get into the game a lot more, and you can make some good shots. So, like I said before, it's a big adjustment for teams.
I guess one looks pretty good again. Going to get some late movement in behind that guard. As long as they keep it in front of the tee line, which they are doing. Oh, that's pretty nice.
That's a good shot.
Oh. Northern Ontario is looking at running the guard back. Really, the only other shot they might have is the corner freeze on that back one.
Yeah, it's
Very difficult shot.
quite precise shot.
It's a long run back, though.
Wow. Not to mention, you're going to possibly leave a guard just off center, and then those two
That's
could be.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ray, this seems like a very tough shot. I think if it was me, I'd be trying the draw instead.
Yeah.
What?
Even if you just got half into the 4-foot right beside the front green, it would be a really difficult shot to remove, and then you'd be having a much simpler shot to get out of this mess you're in. This looks like it's over curling just a little
Overcurled
bit.
a bit. Oh, they're throwing one out to the side.
Wow, that's an unexpected call here.
May give Northern Ontario a chance for a double to get out of this end.
I would think that a 2-foot guard here would look pretty good on this ice right now. But they're going to try to put one on the side and then
Hope for a hit and roll out, I guess.
yeah.
Weight looks good. Little past the tee line.
Good call in the house here. They took the green rock far enough back that there's really no double off the front one. So there's no triple in play here. They're just trying to get a double off those two greens. And
Put a little off nose, she gets a double and scores one, right?
I think initially there was a fairly defensive call by Ontario, but even if there's a double on these two here, they'll have a hit for two, so in terms of trying to score two, is certainly mission accomplished in that case. This one's looking good. Should be close to that double they're looking for.
Oh no, it didn't quite go out.
Stays out, so now it's open hit for three.
Hit and stick on the nose, and it's 3 up on the board. Oh, her weight's a little more controlled this time, Ray.
Daly looks like she's got a good hit on that one for three.
Perfect. 3 points for Ontario. Okay, the end of the second end, and it's 3-0 Ontario. Looking across at the other sheets, we've got Newfoundland playing New Brunswick. Women's game, 0-0 after one end. We've got 0-0 between Newfoundland and Yukon Territories on sheet B. All the other games are still in their second end, so we were only got scores from one end. Northern Ontario is leading Nova Scotia men's game, 1-0. PEI is leading BC 1-0, another men's game. And the women's game on sheet F, Saskatchewan is up 1-0 over BC. And our third end's underway. I would suspect Northern Ontario will get pretty aggressive this end. Yep, they're going to throw up a corner guard.
Looks like a good guard here. Here comes an attempt at a guard for Ontario. Zahab throwing the guard. Good guard, a little tight.
Yep. Just top of the rings. Might have caught a piece of the rings there.
So here we go around the corner guard.
So with the five
This
guard,
one's staying out a little bit. A lot of
with the
curling to do.
5-guard rule, they cannot hit that green rock because it wasn't quite in the rings.
Good shot, a little deep.
Right behind cover though.
Ontario decides on a center guard. The correct call. The option would be to peel a corner guard.
We're covering our feature game here on sheet C, but sheets B through F are all on our YouTube site as well, so if you want to catch up on some of their action, you can do that. You won't get this inspiring commentary, but you can watch the action.
They might choose to turn us off.
Some applause from the next sheet over. Nova Scotia just scored 3 to go up 3-1 over Northern Ontario in the men's game. We've had some rowdy fans in the building here all week.
Here in Ontario clearing out the front successfully. They get the double. They would like to move their guard from there, but they leave it. They can certainly run it back, given a chance.
That can be run back. Looks like a pretty good guard.
Yeah, this one's working out.
They won't
Oh, they
sneak
were
by
trying to
the
get
other.
around it.
Oh,
I
it's
guess
just
they
right
got a
on.
little heavy.
The green did roll in for second shots.
Oh, that's the old stationary ones. Can't change those ones, unfortunately. They're all analog. They're not streaming ones. The streaming ones we can adjust a little bit, but these are just.
So they're going to try a
here for like
single hit here as opposed to trying to get the double. Double's pretty sharp angle.
Yeah.
Oops, rolled out. Ontario to put some pressure on them now. Should get around that yellow guard.
Yeah, if the only thing is if they get around the yellow guard, then it's a short run back. So they're gonna peel it instead and maybe get the double at the back of the house.
That's a safer call, isn't it?
Yeah. Try to control the end. She's going to get a piece of the yellow and maybe get her green. Yeah, she does. And it goes just out of the oh, so they took it out. So now
That didn't turn out quite like they planned.
Northern Ontario has a chance to go around that guard again.
Yeah, they can put one up in front of the tee line there. They'll be
Yeah.
in good shape.
This into the 8-foot.
A lot of action on those rocks. You see the way that green one just bounced off and
Yeah,
Went
they're
out of
pretty
the house.
lively.
it's on its way.
Long
Trying to
way
get her
out.
to
It's
move
a
over a little bit.
little hot on there. Should freeze at the back.
Uh-oh, sliding right to the back.
Here's Ontario trying hack weight.
I got the 50-50 salesman behind here. If you come down this afternoon, this evening, it's some pretty big pots. We gave away over $800 last night.
Gets a roll and a nice freeze on top of the yellow. So yellow has no choice.
But that gives them pretty good opportunity to
Yeah.
go in and around and,
Yeah.
and freeze, right?
Well, I think they'll just try to come around into the top 8-foot again.
That's true. If you go to the back there, then it's just
Then they
another freeze opportunity. It's got to move a bit here. Just opportunity. What's she doing here, Ray? She's drawing to the open side?
she's
Must be, right? With that ice?
it looks like it. I'm a little surprised. I would just go behind the yellow guard. Yeah, they are going to that side of the ice.
I think if she's out in the wings here, the
Yeah.
Northern Ontario will just try and go around again. Although
Looks like
I
that's
don't,
what they wanted.
I don't know if they can get shot if they go around the yellow.
I would just come on top of the green and just try to freeze tap and set up you two that way. Maybe that is.
Yep.
I'm not sure it'll curl quite as much coming across center, but they are taking about 6 feet of ice.
Yeah, she certainly got more ice than Ontario took.
Here comes their draw. They're working at it. As I mentioned,
You were right, a little too much ice.
Yeah, it doesn't come across center that, as much as if you were starting near center. So straight hit and maybe try to roll to the left a bit and here comes Ontario's shot. No, they're not trying to roll it at all. They're leaving it there.
Yeah, a nose hit will get him one.
Okay. Just get enough ice there for a quiet hit. It looks good.
It looks pretty good from here.
She can afford to hit and
Yep.
roll a little to the right. Still make the shot. Perfect.
Nice shots. Pressure shot against 3. So that makes the score 3-1 with Ontario having the hammer back. You'll notice that code in the bottom right corner of your screen. We've got some fantastic prizes that were being auctioned off here. All of the teams brought individual prizes, and they're all displayed here at the club. And the auction is open until 10:30 tonight. There's very unique items from all the different provinces and territories.
That's a cool idea. Who thought of doing that?
Curl Canada is doing it, but it's to support junior curling. It's a fundraiser really for charity.
Huh.
But there's some really nice items there.
Well, Northern Ontario is going to have to get aggressive here with putting up a front and trying to hide one.
Again, if you click on that code in the bottom right corner, it'll bring up the website. They call it For the Love of Curling. It's an auction and fundraiser to support junior curling, really to support the stars of tomorrow. So again, come on down, take a look at all the prizes and get your bids in for before 10:30 tonight. Again, you can't see it, but we've got some bleachers set out beside sheet A, and there's a bar out there. We've got a bar set up so you can get refreshments and sit at tables or sit in the bleachers, get up real close to the action. We prefer you didn't heckle the curlers, but you can give them your support.
Nice draw behind the guard here.
I got partially in behind.
Yeah. So they're going to try bumper weight. Got to be very
Would you have come
quiet.
in that
Bub.
soon, Ray, or would you have maybe thrown another guard?
Well, I might be tempted to freeze to it.
No, I meant the Northern Ontario. Should
Oh,
they have come in
yeah.
that quickly, or should they have maybe thrown another
I'm
guard?
not sure that this is what they wanted. I'm not,
Oh, it may have been ran a little deep for them. Look at that come over so nicely at the end, huh?
yeah, you got to use that quiet weight, and then there's no question that it's going to move for you. So you should be able to maneuver it quite a bit with the brooms that way.
I mentioned we have a bar out on the ice on sheet 2. We've got a Trans-Canada Brewing. We've got about 4 or 5 different varieties of beers and coolers, and they're all $5. And of course, good bar service and lots of great food upstairs. We've got a roast beef buffet on tonight, followed by a Manitoba social.
Ontario deciding on whether they're going to hit that rock in the house or peel the top guard. They're remaining somewhat aggressive and leaving that top guard there. Nice quiet weight here. A little more than bumper weight on it.
No, it's not going to stick around, so here's a chance for
you hit and roll out.
Northern Ontario to come right in and around.
It was important for them to stick in the house on this one.
Here it comes. Line looks pretty good. They have to work to get it there. They're working hard. Although another guard would be just as
Yeah, there's
good.
nothing wrong with a guard, that's for sure. But it should be a biter behind the yellow. Wow.
Look at that. Right in behind. Very nice. Well, that was a lot of great late finish.
Ontario peeling a long guard. Good call. And it also leaves them a short run back on their own guard if need be.
That's true. Weight looks pretty good. It's going to be up there.
Yeah.
Line looks good too. Yep, very nice.
Well done.
Again, just going to peel the guard here. Who is getting... Nope, they're going to make it. Well done.
Again, trying to replace that guard.
That's going to have to move some, isn't it?
Should be able to get it to the center line. But it'll be a shorter run back if they try it.
I think it did the job. Pretty small hole there. What would you play, the double? Try and get rid of the two yellows?
If I'm confident on who's throwing a good hit, I would maybe run the green guard back.
I think she's trying to peel the yellow with that ice.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, she's looking good.
Oh no, she's trying to get through the hole. Look at that.
What?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Fool me on that call.
Yeah, they fooled both of us there. And the way the rocks are staggered, the out-turn was a harder way to play it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a lot of tight games out here. Newfoundland, New Brunswick. Women are tied 1-1 after 3. Men's game, Newfoundland is leading Yukon Territories 2-1. Nova Scotia and Northern Ontario men's game, they're tied 3-3 after 3. BC is up 2-1 over PEI in another men's game. And also in a men's game, Saskatchewan is up 3-2 over BC.
So Northern Ontario has decided to try and run the guard.
Another option might have been to play the out turn around the yellow and
Yeah,
put it at the top four.
it'd be a gutsy call, but if they put it
Well, if
right
they make this
behind,
shot now, they're going to roll out, right?
you
If
know,
they make
top
the double.
four.
And then Ontario comes around the yellow.
And she's throwing it now. She's got a lot of weight. I'm not sure if they were trying to double there or coming through the port.
Hard to tell. I thought they were playing the double, but
That's a hard port to come through. Just because somebody did it once. You got to be a
now
little
split
fortunate to
here,
get through there.
Line two.
Did you pick up on what that call is here? Is this a guard?
No, I think they're actually trying to just a little split. Tap that one in behind the guard. I think.
Yeah, they're just tapping it back.
Well, they're pretty close together.
Yeah, not a great call in this. You know, you're up 3-1 with the hammer. Here comes Northern Ontario trying the double. They look pretty
Looks
good.
pretty good from here. Looks good. And they made it. Nicely done. We have some enthusiastic Northern Ontario fans right beside us here.
We're surrounded. We've got the Northern Ontario on our right and Ontario behind us. She's got up weight on this one, trying to hit and roll out, presumably. No, she's going to be on the nose.
Right in the nose. 1 point. But they take a 4-1 lead. That's a pretty good lead at this stage. Now we'll take a little break for the cleaning of the ice after the fourth end.
8 end games again.
All 8 end games. As I mentioned, tonight we've got the go-to guys featuring Grant Luthchat and Bruce Jacobs deliver a high-octane mix of top 40 hits, multi-instrumental wizardry, and bass-driven grooves that'll keep the party rolling all night long. So come on down this evening, watch some of the curling, and we have a buffet dinner on tonight as well, and then stay for the music and the fun. The place was really hopping here last night. We had the Buckstone Trio playing, and they were very well received by the curlers and fans alike. So there was a lot of fun, a lot of people dancing. And it should be the same tonight. If you want to come for the evening draw, it's only $5 to get in. And that will covers the curling and it covers the entertainment. And another $5 will get you one of those Trans-Canada Brewery beers out in the bleachers. Ooh, you heard some ooze there. That was the next sheet over. Northern Ontario was trying a double, but went right through the hole. No updates to report yet on the other sheets. They're all. Oh wait, no, sheet E looks like PEI picked up a 3, so they're up 4-2 after 4 ends. Very nice shot by Nova Scotia on the next sheet over, the men's team. I think they moved it far enough to score 3, so that'll make it a 6-3 game for Nova Scotia after 4 ends over Northern Ontario. We're taking a short break here. We'll be back with you as soon as the action starts again. Okay, we're back with you. The fifth end has started. A few rocks in play. Oh, there's a nice come around. Oh, might slide a little deep. Hung on at the back. That's what Northern Ontario needs now, is just to get some rocks in play. Ontario going to throw up a center guard.
Oh, that guard's coming in a little deep. It's going to slide right into the house.
Oh, the guard just slipped into the rings.
A little hit and roll behind the corner yellow will now be attempted.
Looks pretty good. Might get
Looking good.
Going to roll too far, maybe?
Might roll out into the open on the
Just
corner.
a little bit.
Not bad.
Oh, it hung on though, so that's good. Northern Ontario has second and third shot.
Ontario trying to double, but I think they're going to overcurl a hit and likely roll out.
Oh, it's going to roll right out. Oh, they're going to try the hit and roll instead of the draw. But they'll be lying too, as long as they stick around somewhere.
Quiet hit and roll, I believe, is a call, and looks pretty good. Oh, my roll a little too far. Ontario have seen enough of that corner guard. They're going to get rid of it. Still gives Northern Ontario an opportunity to split the house. there's a chance at a double to take the end away. She's throwing some nice control weight at it, but this one is a little tight and
Looks like it's over
curling and will likely roll too far. No, it sticks around for shot rock.
Expect Showman to stay over on that side, right? Expect Showman to stay over on that side.
Yeah, I would think that they're going to try to hit that on the nose, and
Make it a very difficult double.
yeah, it's a long double.
But they've got to stick
Looking good.
around. Well, it's looking pretty good. They're going to get a bit of a roll, though.
Ooh. That seemed to
Uh-oh.
fall back a little bit at the end, and I think it's only laying
Is that
line.
rock in the rings? I can't tell. The back one. That back one looks like it's just out of the rings.
Yeah, it looks like I can see white in between there. Ontario trying to remove those two rocks at the back. Even better, took one and left some backing.
Well, it is behind the tee line, so a perfect freeze would give them a good chance.
Enough rocks back there to give it some backing. Her shot's looking good. It's got a curl. Again, across
Oh, no.
center, they're over icing.
Just a little bit too much weight, right?
Yeah. Gonna use a little less ice also.
She seemed to know right away that there was a little bit too much weight.
Yeah.
They were trying to carve it over a bit to catch the back one, but unfortunately went right by. Now Ontario can it stayed back there. Forced Northern Ontario to draw for one. She does have backing. Looks pretty good from here. That's going up. It'll stop.
Nice shot.
1 point for Northern Ontario makes it a 4-2 game. And looking at the other sheets, Saskatchewan stole 3 to take a 6-2 lead over BC in the women's game. PEI is up 4-2 over BC in the men's game. Nova Scotia, as I mentioned earlier, took a big 3 in the fourth end to go up 6-3. Newfoundland is up 3-1 over the Yukon Territories after 4 ends. And New Brunswick is up 3-1 over Newfoundland in a ladies' game. What does Northern Ontario have to do here, Ray?
Well, they're going to have to put up a front and not be tempted to go in too soon. They have to be in a serious steal mode, only 4 ends left and down 2 without the hammer. So.
Uh-oh, are they going to get it there? They're working hard.
Uh-oh.
Nope, not quite there.
I didn't think you could hog a rock at this with this speed on the ice.
Well, it is so quick that they're not giving it much at all, so you just take a little bit off, and that can happen. Well, that's a round of drinks for the other team members after the game.
You'll probably have some no matter what.
That gives Ontario a chance just to throw one in the rings.
So they have to persist at putting up some center guards, get it on that center line so it can't be removed right away.
Oh, she didn't hog that one.
Looks real good.
Right on the center line, so the no tick rule means they can't do anything with that rock, correct?
Correct. You can't move it anymore.
So if any rock that is touching the center line, they can't play the tick shot.
Till later on in the end.
Right. Is that just the first 5 rocks then?
I believe so.
Boy, right on the button.
Little deep. Probably be better at the top of the button or top of the forefoot.
So they'll just try and freeze it now, or maybe move it back a couple inches.
They'd just come. No, I don't think they'd want to move it now. Just come up to it.
Yep.
They're up to it for sure. They might move it back a little bit. It's good.
Nice shots.
So now they can remove that center guard.
Good shot. The guard is gone. And Northern Ontario will try to replace it. Oh, it's coming a little deep here, isn't it?
Yellow is coming in deep. Well, they got a good angle on it.
Yeah, the angle is actually very good.
Actually, it worked out very well for them because they might, you hit that top yellow one, you might double off the two greens because the top yellow would
That's true.
hit a, move to the left, bounce off to the left.
It could be a left line too.
So they're
Ontario might be cautious and just trying to get one of them.
trying to take out the middle yellow. That's a pretty tricky shot. There's a lot that can go wrong on this shot. You could tick the top yellow, move it over to the green on the side, and really set up an end. It's looking good. They're holding it out there.
Oh, I think
They're going to pick out the shot clock, I think.
Yeah, they got it right out of there. Wow,
Good
very
shot.
nice. Yeah, that was very nicely done. Very precision shot.
So that presents the problem for Daly.
That's true.
Those rocks are not in great, great position for yellow. She could come back and try to tap that green, the center rock back, and that would look a lot better for them.
Might set up a double then, though,
Might
too.
be what they're playing actually.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
No, they're going to the guard. There's a slight overcurl on that.
Yeah, they had to leave the other side open as opposed to this side.
So that the angle would be against them, yellow to green. I believe that's just a quiet hit.
She can see almost half of it, I think.
More weight than I thought she'd throw.
I think it's on the
She's
guard.
going to run the yellow one back. Oh, she got lucky.
The guard is gone. So another guard. That's
There's the guard a little tight. She's still trying to pick out that yellow in the top four. Somewhat of a dangerous call.
I guess the risk is they could jam it on the green, right?
Yeah, they could, but you're leaving the green at the back of the button for them to freeze to.
Oh, they're on the guard again.
Yeah. Oh, this time they could.
They might jam over here on the side.
Yeah, they
Yes,
did.
they did. Oh. Now, as you said, they can play the freeze on that green.
I think you could appeal that guard by hitting it with the out turn.
Yeah. Away from danger, the other
Yeah.
side. Oh, they're thinking about maybe tapping.
Well,
Are they worried about not having room to get by that green on the top 12 if they try the in-turn draw?
you know, if they corner freeze 3/4 of that green rock, it's enough because you're going to have to use an in-turn to come at it, and I don't think you would get it out. So to me, the freeze is the shot to call. So let's.
Well,
see
they're
what the
taking a
coach has to
timeout
say.
here to talk things over. Bringing their coach out.
Ultimately, this is still your opportunity to steal a point and get back in this game.
So while they're thinking about that shot, to update Northern Ontario in the men's game took one. Still trailing Nova Scotia 6-4. Saskatchewan has now stolen another one, now up 7-2 over BC. Women's game. A low-scoring one between Newfoundland and New Brunswick. Another women's game, 3-1 for New Brunswick. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Ray. If they can get kind of 3/4 frozen on that green one.
And it finishes up to the center line, so you could, easily do that. That green at the back of the button is sort of your friend right now. It's about all you've got going. Let's see what we've decided to do here.
I guess they haven't quite decided yet.
No.
We can't see how much time they have left from up here. They don't seem to be too concerned about the clock.
I'd love to know what the coach was thinking.
They use a 30-minute clock here, and they start the clock as soon as the skip takes control of the house, and the clock is stopped as soon as the thrower begins their forward motion, and they get a total of 30 minutes. Some teams have cut it pretty close this week, down under 20 seconds, but no one has run out of time yet. Actually, can you see the clock there? Looks like 12 minutes left for yellow and 12 minutes for green. We can see the clock in behind the curlers in the house. So it's the sixth end. Time doesn't look to be a concern for either team.
It shouldn't be. You know, the way that this game has played out, 30 minutes is a lot of time. And this is, you know, the only time where they've debated for a considerable amount of time.
You're right, they've been going at a very good
with
clip.
some kind of a guard?
I don't know, I didn't see exactly where they...
Well,
I think they might be trying to freeze.
I guess so.
That green in the top 12 is a bit of a concern. Can they get by that?
They're about 6 inches inside. Oh, she's widened the broom. Yeah, so it is a freeze. I was wondering about the broom because I thought that it would be difficult to get it to the, you know, to miss the yellow on the way by here. But now they've got extra ice.
Okay, here it comes.
Here's when you want your third coming to the rescue. Oh, it's looking light to me. They got a long ways to go with this. And because it's a little lighter, it's cut
I kind of
across
think they
center
were
ice.
playing a guard, but I think tighter than that. Again, as long as they guard
You think?
the intern side is better.
I don't see how they could possibly have wanted the guard. You know, what was it guarding the yellow, the green one?
Well, they've got Ontario thinking now.
Again, did you get the impression they were calling it into the house this time?
This time, I think so. I think
Wow.
they're going to kind of corner freeze against the top yellow.
I'd just put a 3 or 4 foot guard on.
Well, they have the hammer.
But 1 point from Ontario is sufficient.
At this stage,
Two,
it is.
two would be nice, but you know, 1 is important. That's going to come across center real early.
I'm not sure they're going to get
I
by the
get a
guard.
roll off of the center guard. They did, but it rolled too much.
Okay.
Oh, we got.
Oh, it's spun back. Yeah. So the green is totally covered.
I'll bet you that wasn't the call.
I think they were
Off the
trying to
yellow
corner
guard
freeze
onto a perfect guard. You know, you could come with the out turn around that long yellow guard.
You tap your yellow onto the green.
I think that's
Right. Well, she's trying the run back
that's
double here.
definitely doable. You only had to hit half or better.
If they played the out turn, you mean around that yellow guard?
Yeah.
But this shot has a bit of risk involved.
Yeah. You can definitely cause some damage here.
If they were to jam, that would open up a
That
3 or
he-
4 for
yeah.
Ontario.
Exactly. That yellow at the top of the 4-foot is sort of an important rock for them.
It is. Well, we'll see what happens here. A bit of a risky call in our estimation.
Unnecessary risk in this case, I think.
Looking pretty close, I think.
Gonna hit the yellow.
No.
He's opened up the green, I should say.
So now Ontario can be lying 3 if they remove this yellow stone. That was a risk in that shot, Ray.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
They're hitting that back yellow.
To be lying 3.
They're going to
Force
leave
Northern
the
Ontario to make
center, the button freeze.
Yeah. But that would require a very precise shot.
There's 6 sheets of ice going here, so there's a lot of oohs and ahs, as you can hear. She's got it.
Looks like she's going to be pretty close to the nose.
She's going to hit and stick. Hey, you know, I thought there was 2 rocks left to come. My mistake on that center one.
Exactly. Your announcer's lost track of the end here. I guess we're supposed to be focusing on our sheet, Ray, not the other ones. So a big 3. Wow. That breaks that game wide open.
Yeah.
So I suspect they'll throw this one right through. Only 2 ends to go.
No, they're not.
No, they're just throwing it in the house.
I think that was supposed to be, well, you might be going in the house intentionally, but a little deep.
Well, stayed in front of the tee line, which is good.
So they're throwing the corner guard. She's got her corner guard a little wide, but it's certainly usable.
bringing this one right through, are they?
Yeah, looks like it.
Well, the less rocks in play, the better for Ontario.
So it looks like they're going to try to go in early, or no, just in front again. Two on the same side.
Wow, we're looking at sheet F here. Counted, I think, 8 rocks in the 4-foot. Let's see what they hang up on the scoreboard. That game is kind of out of reach. Saskatchewan is up 7-2. Well, they've got 2 corners up now.
Yeah, that second guard should have been to the other side of the house. But Ontario is not trying to remove it. I don't think.
BC stole or took 3 over on sheet F. So narrowed the gap to 7-5 after 6 ends in the women's game.
It's coming in a little deep, and they'll have 2 in the house.
Well, they're both in front of the tee line still. I think a freeze right in there would be good for setting up things for later.
You could even ignore those 2 and come around the corner guard. Well, that one's over curling on them.
Well, they might tick off and get behind that corner.
There.
That's exactly what you were suggesting, Ray.
Mind you, they made the double on the green a lot tougher. So that's a much harder double now.
Yeah, it looks like she's got it.
Guard. Successful.
So what now? Replace that guard, you think?
Yeah, you gotta hope for a miss somewhere along the line. Sliding along, could be in the house.
Very tight. But they're going to rip it.
Yeah, but it can tempt you to try to get the double, and then you end up putting a guard up some instead if you don't hit and roll out. Good shot.
Yep. Hit and rolled right out.
One more guard.
got an interesting game on the sheet beside us. Newfoundland is leading Yukon 3-2, playing the sixth end. The Yukon skip is Mark Noseworthy, who's been to Four Briars just before the Gushu era started. Mark Noseworthy was a frequent Briar competitor.
Yeah, he'd have a few patches for sure.
Yeah, and he's still a very good shooter. You're watching him, he looks very smooth. Yep, she came a bit deep there. Although looks like Yukon did steal one. Mark Noseworthy tried the double, but just missed it. So we have a 3-3 game there after 6 ends. So I think Ontario's probably playing the double here.
Playing the double on the yellows.
Just hit it right between the two rocks.
She's looking really good.
Oh, it's actually staying out a little bit, but
No, she.
lying 3 all around the button. That's a lot of rocks that Northern Ontario has to remove to start scoring.
Well, they can get on the button, freeze one there, and
But there's really not much forefoot to work with, those 3 rocks there. I think the weight looks pretty good here. It's going to be right there on the button.
trying to make it
no,
curl.
wide. No.
Could not.
That leaves a chance now for a double and a little flop, and they could have 4 rocks on the forefoot. Again, just a little bit heavy, right? It hit it, rolled off.
Yeah. Little heavy and doesn't curl. She's gonna try a out-turn double here.
If she can flop over onto the button, that would make things difficult for Northern Ontario.
Yeah, she could control the button there, and that would be night lights out. She looks a little tight on this one.
Yeah, I don't think
Depends if they can hold it.
I don't think she's got the inside roll. No. She might get the double the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now
So it
line
worked out
4.
for her.
We're just checking number of rocks left here. We got,
2 yellow.
looks like, for Stone,
Well, that's a tough
for
one.
Daly.
Oh, she looks a little light here.
Yeah.
Moved
Well,
early.
they might be able to drag it there. They're working hard. They're really working.
Wow, good Good brushing. Excellent brushing.
Actually, it just over curled a bit. I believe Ontario might still be line 3. If she gets this in the top 4 foot, there's nothing for Northern Ontario to work with.
You just throw a guard on that. And that's what they're doing, right? If they put up a good guard here, all the other team will have left is a draw to the button. And there's not much of the button left available.
No, there's only a few inches available to the pinhole there.
That one over curled.
Well, all she got left is that draw to the pinhole. You see any a quintuple there, Ray?
Maybe. Actually, yeah.
Actually, the rock just in behind the yellow probably won't catch that one on the button.
Hard to tell if you could move all of that.
I think the problem is if she hits that green, top green on the nose, the green behind the yellow will miss that one on the button. Certainly won't have enough on it to get the one out of the back of the 4 foot. But when you're down 7-2, you got to try something. A draw for one here will leave them in pretty tough shape.
One doesn't do much for you, does it?
No. They've been talking quite a bit the last couple of ends, but they've still got a lot of time left.
I'd like the odds of that quadruple a lot better if Carruthers was throwing that rock.
Yeah, you need an awful lot of weight here. Speaking of Carruthers, Kyle Doring, who's the general manager of the Granite Curling Club here, plays with Carruthers on occasion. In fact, they played in the Penticton Bonspiel a couple of weeks ago and won the Bonspiel. He will be your commentator for the final tomorrow, along with Jamie Hay, who has been on a couple of previous broadcasts. Well, they elected to go for the draw, right?
Yeah.
Try and get the pinhole.
That's
Can they hold it straight enough here?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
They're holding it.
maybe, yeah. No, it's holding.
It's holding. Holy. Wow.
Oh, no, just rolled off a little bit.
Oh, that was a great
But
attempt
one
there.
green, and that's enough. They're shaking hands.
And that's it.
So the game on sheet C is over. Ontario, final, I believe they got one there. The final is 8-2. All other 5 other sheets are still going. All close games, so tune into any one of those to continue watching. And we'll be back on the air at 8 p.m. tonight with more playoff action. Signing off.
Okay, thank you very much. It was my pleasure.